evening, everybody, and welcome to a Love Rhythm Recipe. Tonight is going to be pretty deep. If you thought we went deep last week, oh baby, it's just a continuation of all of those dynamics. We are going to be talking about harnessing relationship hurt, and we're going to be cooking up some delicious, cheesy beef and rice. But not just any cheesy beef and rice, Casey's cheesy beef and rice. So we're going to get started here. But first, I want to check out this. I told you guys about the secret mocktail. Well, the secret is over. Look, can y'all see this? Okay, now I'm going to take a little taste, and my mixologist is going to tell me what's going on. What's going on? What's going on, Corey?
This right here is our berry temptation fizz. We have blackberries, strawberries, some lemon juice, simple syrup. We throw a splash of grenadine in there with some club soda, crushed ice, and a fresh mint for garnish.
That right there is on and popping. It goes beautiful with any beef dish, and it's really going to go beautiful with this beefy, cheesy rice. And the rice is, I got all kinds of hacks. I got the herbs going with the rice. And the reason for this particular dish and our topic, it's layers. And we are going to go from the beginning to the end. We're going to be talking about 3 different songs that relate to this particular topic. The first one, and if you guys saw my short, Lisa Fisher's How Can I Ease the Pain? Then we have the second one, Kim, Why Would You Stay? And then finally, we're going to bring it on home with Jill Scott and The Way. You'll understand, you'll get the picture. But let me show y'all what the ingredients are for this meal. And then we're going to do a little talking and we're going to do a little cooking. Oh, yeah. So, first of all, I have 2 pounds of, and this right here is a mixture of Angus, beef, and Wagyu. I like the Wagyu burger. And this stuff's pretty expensive. So this stuff was on sale. They had a mixture and it works really well. So I like it. But you can get any kind of hamburger that's convenient for you. I have 2 pounds of it. 1 pound will do depending on how many people you feel. And you know I got to feed the tribe. So then I have this particular cheese. I love it. I tell you guys, this is nothing but a very smooth blend of Monterey Jack. They use for quesadillas. It's called Lechona quesadilla cheese. But you can use whatever shredded Monterey Jack that you have available or whatever cheese you like. I just like the pull. So that's a good thing. Hey there, my family. Everybody. All right. So let me show you my mild cheese. So I kind of mix it with the mild shredded cheese too. And then it's a simple recipe. I'm going to show you the veggies that go in it because y'all know I got to always get a little bit of heat, but you don't have to. That's the thing. I have white pepper. I do have white pepper. I have white onions sliced up. I have red pepper sliced up. And I have a little jalapeno de-seeded sliced up. You don't have to have the heat if you don't want to. My family is like fire people. What can I tell you? Then I have my herbs. And that's going to be the basil. That's going to be my Italian herbs. And I'm going to be doing, do you have my cilantro here? Okay. And my cilantro is here. Of course, I'll have basil because I will have basil, but the parsley is going to be for the pretty, for the prettiness of it all. Yes, and okay, and she took it out great. I love these herbs because they stay fresh for about a month, and they're just very handy. I have some minced garlic. I have white pepper today. I'm not doing black pepper. I want the white pepper because it just lifts it a little and it still gives you that dynamic of the black pepper, but just not as heavy. Then I've got some garlic powder. I have some onion powder. Look at me. Hey, we're going to pitch. I have some onion powder. And I have my ground rosemary that I'm going to be using. I really like that. And guess what, y'all? Y'all ain't ready? Are you ready for this? I've been talking about it. I've been praying about it. I've been trying to get it. And let me tell you, bam! Casey's blessing, all packaged up, is coming to you. It's going to be a couple of weeks, and I am going to put out about 50 of them, and let some people try it out or whatever. But this is it. There you go. And I can show you how cute is that? How cute is that? Give me some love, y'all, if y'all think it's cute. Y'all think I'm thick. There you go. See, you didn't believe me, did you? But it's here. Now you too can be highly flavored. Oh, baby. So we got that. We got a little bit of salt if we need it, because I keep telling y'all, if you don't know, for y'all who new, beautiful assistant has a salt fetish. So we have to do her salt sometimes. Okay. I have some fire roasted tomatoes, and I have some fire roasted tomato sauce. I have the diced tomatoes. I'm sorry, this is the tomato sauce. I like the taste of it. It kind of just steps it up, and it's going to help it with my sauce. And I also have some tomato paste in the tube, which beautiful assistant forgot to put out there, but we'll get it. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It is pretty simple, and you can kind of do you, boo. You know, I always got to take it to another level. Okay. That's my tomato paste. You can have tomato paste in a can if you like. I just love the flavor of this. So I'm going to get over here, and I'm going to start browning this meat. And then we're going to talk a little bit about this. And like I said, I wanted to start with the pain part, because we're talking about 3 different dynamics. We're talking about the pain, the realization, and then finally the growth. Because I'm going to tell you like this. In any relationship, I'm not going to say every relationship is going to put you in a position of where you may feel hurt, but it's a possibility. And it's not the way that, it's not the fact that we went through it. It's the point is that how we handle it, what we do with it. And that's why I thought about harnessing the pain. Don't run away from it. Don't hide from it. Don't sit in it. You want to learn something when you have these issues. So let me go over here, get this party started. I'm going to brown up this here meat.
Yep, you got your little spray right there.
Okay, great. And I got me some cooking spray, so that's good. Let me get that over here. Just bring my chair over there and give me cooking spray. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got May Bear Art. Hey.
Hi. Hey, how are ya? Hey, my family in the chat there, and all my family out there, and new family too. I hope you are having a good time. I hope your week was good. It's just getting started. Trust me. You're going to have a good time here.
Oh, and Miss Humphrey said I'm going to need a couple jars. You're going to need a couple jars.
You're going to need a couple jars, Miss Huckabee. I got you. I got you. Don't worry. You know I got you. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to brown this meat up in my cast iron skillet because it gets hotter. Then I'll end up transferring over to this one. Because this is bigger. So I'm just going to spray it a little. Just like that.
Oh, maybe Art said, I love your energy. Thank you so much.
Yes, 63, right? You know, could you imagine if I didn't be hurt, if I wasn't hurting, you probably couldn't even find me. Be all over the place. Oh boy. Yes, 30. Yes, 63 is the new 36. That's what it is. Okay, let me press this button. I'm going to take it up. I'm going to take it down to 8. So a medium high on your stoves, if you don't have this thing. And this will heat up really quickly. If you notice, I'm not putting any oil in here because I want this to be as dry as possible. I don't want to have to drain it if I don't have to. And the Wagyu burger tends to be a little fattier. But I'm going to tell you, it really is, for me, I have some digestive problems. So having things that are really rough and hard to digest are difficult for me. So this is the ticket. And whenever it's on sale, because of all the burgers, like, you know, the cheapest burger is the same amount as the highest burger. So you might as well get what you need, what you like. And it's really smooth. Okay, while that gets hot. So like I was saying, right? So if you're familiar with Lisa Fisher and her song, how can I ease the pain? I wish I could get these people to let me play this stuff. So I have to sing it. So y'all have to deal with this. But anyway, very, very good dynamics. Now I'm going to tell you like this. Last week, we talked about love in the second position. And there were so many dynamics that went into that. I know people came in thinking about infidelity. That's one of them. But there were other ways of being in the second position when you're in a relationship. Now, this right here, straight up, this song straight up infidelity. And the fact that she knew, and she just kind of marinated in it. She didn't know how to escape it, and she didn't know how to cope with it. So it was like, this guy just kept coming back, and she really, really wanted to save her heart. Like I said, a lot of people have been in that situation, will hopefully can avoid being in that situation because there are red flags. And a lot of times we tend not to see the red flags. We turn the flags into the pink and yellow and chartreuse and everything else to avoid what we already know. So let me check this. See, there we go. Let me turn my hood on and turn my heat down. Because see, that's what I say about these skillets. They get hot quickly. So I'm going to just take some of this meat, put it in here, kind of break it up like that. And you don't have to touch it if you don't want to. But I feel like reaching out and touch something today. So I'm going to touch this just like that, put it in here. And then I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to get my little hamburger masher and use that. Let me wash my hands. Just like that. All nice and clean. And it smells good already, and I haven't even put anything on it. And that's because that skillet is finally getting seasoned like it needs to get, y'all. So it's doing the same thing. Pretty soon I'm going to have my mama skillet. Ain't that so easy? Yeah, child. Okay, so let me just do this. And this right here, this thing right here has been a game changer. Because I remember before I discovered these things, I used a fork, I used a spatula, I used whatever I could get, and it was like going to the gym. I'm telling you. I'm going to take this back up because the meat is in here, what's happening is the heat has lowered. So when you crowd your pan, what's going to happen is your heat level is going to go down. And you want the heat not to go down because you want this stuff to cook. I'm just patting like that. And if you don't have one of these, this came in a set of utensils for me. I didn't buy separate. But you can buy these probably on Amazon or whatever, and they mash potatoes too. Okay, so I'm just going to let that kind of cook. But getting back to the pain part. So the pain part is going to be the hardest part of your journey. And probably the longest part of your journey. Because I'm going to tell you, if you don't harness the pain, that pain stays with you. It may hide and you don't know it. It may change the way that you look at things and the way you view the world. Because you have not addressed it. Sometimes you are left with the pain and you can't resolve it. And that's the biggest thing. Unresolved pain. Just pressing this in. Like that. Because usually I make this stuff really fine, but I think I'm going to leave a little texture into it because it's really good tasting on ground meat. It really is. So I'll probably leave a little bit. The pieces will be a little bigger. Normally I make it smaller, but like I said, it's hard for me to swallow all this big stuff. Okay, I'm going to let it cook just a tad, and then I'm going to hit it again. Mash it down some more. But this stuff, like I said, it really does yield a lot of oil. But it's worth it because I'm going to tell you, it's not dry at all. When you make a burger out of this, you done had a burger. First of all, y'all do this every time. Y'all supposed to be my family and friends. And what do? You let me sit up here with the cute glasses on. And I can't see nothing. So I need to put the glasses on where I can see through the walls. I can see clearly now the rain. Yep, there you go. Them their glasses. Okay, X-ray vision. Yes, this is how I can see. I can see into the psychology of it all. Yes, I can. So, like I was saying. So with the pain, a lot of times misunderstanding causes pain. A lot of times, unmet expectations, and we're going to get back to communication. Because I'm going to tell you, when you have a lack of communication, you are going to suffer from misunderstandings. You are going to have unmet expectations because a closed mouth don't get fed, okay? There are going to be triggers that may set you off because you have baggage from other things. And you may have never had a relationship before, but your baggage can be from the way you were raised, the things that you saw or did not see. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you, ain't no book of life. I wish it was. I wish we could be born and there was a book and somebody could tell us, hey, do this, do this, do this, and this, and life would be lovely. However, it ain't. So it's a situation of trial and error. And we put ourselves in the trajectory sometimes, and we, not intentionally, but it just happens because we don't have that direction. Let me check my meat. Okay. It's coming on there. Yes, it is. And I probably will have to drain this. I will probably have beautiful assistant come over here and lift this and drain this. This pan is heavy. But yeah, it is kind of a lot of oil in this. That's exactly why I didn't put it in the pan. Just a little bit of spray. But it's almost done. I want it well done. And the good thing is, with the oil in this meat will not be dry, and that's important. So nobody want no dry hamburger meat. I know. Okay, almost there. So I was turn this off and let my lovely, beautiful assistant, who looking so cute, y'all need to see, she was so cute. Okay, let me take this over here. I'm gonna turn it off. She's gonna drain this in the colander. Make sure no grease gets into my garbage disposal because don't want to pay the plumber. No. So, and once you do that, look at her. How cute is her dress? This is her moo-moo. See, we the moo-moo twins.
Oh no,
we the moo-moo twins. See?
By the way, I thought I was a little bit taller than her.
Okay, she's not taller than me. She's tiptoeing.
I'm not tiptoeing.
Anyway, let me spray this.
She was nice.
Okay, well, you finished right. Just put it in there, in this one. Okay, let me wipe this off. And I need to clean this off because we like a clean kitchen. I believe in cleaning as you going, y'all.
Yep, can't go wrong with that one.
So we're going to wipe the little bit of oil that was on here off, just like that.
That meat already smelled.
And the meat, like I said, the meat smells like it's seasoned. It really does. And if you do me a favor, she's going to open up these cans for me.
Yep.
While you're over here. And always clean your cans like you clean your hands. That's what you do.
Another slogan.
And while she does that, I know for you, all of you who've never seen me before, I know. Listen, there's nothing loose up here. Trust me. This is for real. This is a mocktail, okay? Just in case you're like, oh my goodness, what in the world have I dropped myself into? You have dropped yourself into the flavor house, where every room has something different going on just for you. That is what you drop yourself into. So let me take a swig of this. And I'm just tell you this, for everybody out there, I want to say welcome home. Because this is the place to be. On Friday night and on Saturday night too, because then we're doing Saturday night reset on weekend eats. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So with the pain, betrayal. Now, betrayal can come in a whole lot of forms. I don't want you to get stuck on the fact that somebody is, stepping out or cheating. You can betray somebody by not fulfilling your obligations. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey, if you say you had your vows, you say in sickness and in health, and then you want to dip when the person gets sick. That's a betrayal. Because that person has surrendered themselves to you emotionally, and they think that you're 10 toes deep, and then as soon as something gets flaky, you want to step off. People need to understand when they say these vows, in that moment, they caught up in the moment a lot of times. But do you really, truly listen to what you are promising? This is a lifetime. This means you can step over that broom after you can literally marry that person, say I do. That person, something happens to them right then and there in that wedding. And that's how they're going to be the rest of their life. And you have just promised that you're going to be by their side 10 toes deep. Ain't no takesy backsies. So the thing about it is, when we say things out our mouths, we need to understand that it needs to really be cognizant up here, as well as here, as well as here. Okay, that's what we need to do, because then we won't have these situations where people are going Geronimo, when things get a little tough. Because I'm gonna tell you, every relationship has rough roads. Every relationship, I don't care how good that couple seems, they can be so, well put together and so enlightened, because we are human beings, we are individuals. Now I'm gonna tell you, good relationships learn compromise early, and they do a lot of it, and this is intentional. So they don't just sit around and stick their hands in their pants and just like, oh, just let it happen. Okay, no, they work at that stuff. So when you see these couples that are like, we're in sync and we're this, that, and the other, they work at it. They don't just let it happen. So let it not get twisted. If they ain't telling you that, that's what they're doing. Trust me, 40-ish years, I'm still working. So I'm going to tell you, with the betrayal part, a lot of times people get stuck right there. Stuck right there in the betrayal part. And they can't move forward. That means no more trust factor for anything else that comes their way. They really sometimes self-sabotage anything that comes, because we are creatures to be with people. That's just how we're made. So to say that, I really don't ever want to be with anybody, it's because you are wounded. Now I'm going to tell you not to be jumping from one person to the other. You need to fix what's in you. And if that takes 25 years to do it, so be it. But my point is, if you don't start with you, you ain't never going to be able to share yourself with another. Not fully. And it's not going to be honest. It's going to be dishonest with you, because you may not even know it. And it's going to be dishonest to the person that you're with. Period. In the story. And if somebody tells you different, that is not true. Because again, we're human beings, and whatever happens to us is imprinted in our brains. And those things that are imprinted in our brains come out in our emotions. Trust and believe. So if you can't harness it, put it where it needs to go, you are going to have it with you. And it's going to have an imprint on whatever you do moving forward. Pain reveals itself through triggers. So you have somebody who has been cheated on. They decide to take a chance on you. This person, it got you so tight that you can't go anywhere. They got to look at your phone. They got to know everywhere you are. Every time you look at somebody, they think that you're doing something. Not because you're doing something necessarily, it's because they're still wounded from whatever happened. So now their trust factor is negative too. And they are projecting it on you. Now, some people do this. Well, you keep saying that I'm cheating, I'm just going to go and do it. That's a weak-minded way of thinking. Okay? When you cheat, bottom line, that is a conscious thing. No one can make you do it. They really can't. No one can force you by saying you're doing something bad. If someone says, you're robbing the bank, are you going to go rob the bank and take the chance of spending 20, 30, 40 years in jail because somebody said you're robbing the bank? It's the same thing if you're cheating. If you're cheating, that's because you have that tendency to not be, loyal. Because it's about a sense of loyalty. It is intentional. We are humans, okay? We're not robots, okay? We feel things, we see things, but we intentionally have committed ourselves to that person. And it doesn't have to be I do. If you're in a committed relationship for that time, if you're in a committed relationship for 6 months, you need to be 10 toes deep for 6 months.
Okay, comment break.
Okay.
Couple of things. Okay, first one, May Bear Art said that they're afraid to burn themselves when they're cleaning the stove while cooking.
Okay.
I feel you. That is something I also am afraid of. However, you kind of gotta work. If you turn the stove off for a second, right? This stove doesn't get really hot while we're cooking. So once you turn the eye off, the heat is gone. So it makes it a little easier to clean it. But I do understand the fear. Trust me.
Okay, so we're saying we have a fear of cleaning it or a fear of using it.
Oh, cleaning the stove while cooking.
Oh, gotcha. Well, see, this is why I got teenage kids and I want them to learn how to cook, and they have fear too. So I got this stove here. It's made by Frigidaire, and it's several years old now. But it is a convection. It is a conventional, and it is an air fryer. The top of the stove here, as you see, and you know this was just on. I think you can see. I got this cloth sitting right here on it. I want you to see this. See my hand? It's a little warm, but I couldn't put my hand there because the heat goes away. The heat is conducted, and that's why you have to have stainless steel or something, iron or steel, to conduct the heat. As long as this pot is on here, the pot gets hot. But the moment you take it off, it shuts down and the heat starts going down. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. If you have a conventional stove, you have a conventional glass top stove, a conventional gas stove, please, 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 do not be hanging around this thing with this thing like this. You have to really know what you're doing. I've done it because I've been cooking since I was an egg. So I do some things that may be dangerous, and I understand. But when you're clean, like I said, once you take your stuff off, if you remove a pot or whatever, then you can clean around, or you can just wait a little and let it cool down.
Let it cool down.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the usual way. That's the safe way to do it.
But because I have this type of stove and I am a OCD, they call me obviously clean diva. I clean and I clean and I clean. So that's just me.
And they also said they feel at home, and that's exactly what we want here. We want you to feel at home and come back again.
That's exactly what you are, because that's what this is. Let it not get twisted. We are streaming, but you are here with me, and you my family.
We are family.
Everybody that comes through this stream or into the Flavor House, you got a room here.
You're welcome.
And you don't have to ever feel that you have to do anything but just be who you be. And that's for sure.
Right.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of these fried roasted, because they gave me the big can. So I probably won't use all these. So I'll probably use half of this.
I put them in the freezer. Oh, also, Jerome just showed up.
Hey, Jerome in the house.
Jerome's in the house. And also, Coyote Sinbad said, this is heavy. The topic we're talking about.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And it's but you know what? We speaking facts for you, though.
You know, I think that a lot of times we steer away from the things that may be kind of, as they were saying, heavy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you like this. Growing up, my mother especially, she was very, very progressive. But she was just everything. But my mother encouraged us to be inquisitive, to ask questions, to do things like that. And I'm a baby boomer. I encourage my children to do that too. You know, so I don't think ignorance is bliss. Okay. I think you should have all the facts, and that way you can make an educated decision of how you want to roll. If someone does not give you the options, they take away your control. And no one wants to feel helpless. And this is why people feel helpless in relationships. It is my mission. They got a lot of relationship shows out there, and this is not really that. This is like, hey, you coming over here, you talking to me, we cooking some stuff, and we just gonna rap about it. I'm gonna learn some stuff from you. You're gonna learn some stuff from me. We're gonna brainstorm and think about what we want from our lives. And maybe nobody ever said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a collegiate expert, meaning that I don't have a PhD, but I have a PhD in relationships because I've been in one for 40-something years. And I'm still going. And I'm still learning. And I want to give everyone the benefit of what I know. So maybe you don't have to zig and zag and you can go straight forward. And if that's just with a relationship you want to keep, one you want to get, one you want to fix, one with yourself. is perfect because the best one you're going to have is with yourself, because once you get yourself together, you are golden for other people. For real. So, like I said, I'm so glad that you're here. I really am. I don't ever want anyone to feel like they are obligated to speak or to reveal or to do anything, because you home. You're just like you came into your house and you sitting here with me. Yes. So, let me wipe off this pan. Y'all know I'm still cleaning, right? So I moved the pan over. I got the bigger pan because this pan right here can hold more stuff. But I like to brown it in the other pan. So let's put that over there. I'm going to take, and this is how many ounces? I can't even see the thing.
How many pounds?
This is 20 ounces. No, 28 ounces. So you half of this was what I would usually use. But of course, they never have what I want. They never bring me what I say. They do what they want. You know? What can I tell you? Okay, so I'm going to take half of this. Half of 28, if you can do the math, whatever that is, half of 28 is 24. No, it's 14. 14, 24. Listen, I said I can do a show. I didn't say I can count. Okay, so I'm going to take these. This didn't come all the way off. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
So I'm going to take some of these and put them in here. I'm going to take half of these and put them in here, y'all.
Okay, whatever you don't put in there, I'll put in for you.
Okay, so I'm going to take half of those and get them in. And they really are fire roasted. It's so funny. They got your little char on it and everything. Yeah, I'm going to put that. Yeah, I like these. I may put them all in there. I don't know. I think I lied. I'm gonna put off because I got a lot of meat here. But you don't have to do that if you're only using a pound. Just use half. Okay. That's it. Listen. Okay, we just put them all in here. Okay. All right. Now I got my tomato sauce, and I'm gonna put it in. And this is 15 ounces. So let me get the 15 ounces of tomato sauce in there. Okay. I haven't found another brand that has the fire roasted. If anybody knows, hit me up and let me know. Because I didn't get stuff on sale. And I had to pay extra money for that. And I'm not happy with that. So let a sister know something. Okay. Now I'm going to start seasoning this up. But first, if you can give me a little pan, I want to sweat my vegetables. Sweating the vegetables, I found out, guys, is this. Y'all like, no, I'm not going to put them in little sweatsuits and put them in the steam room. No. But it is a high level, so this is what I read. It's a high level way that chefs do things. They sweat them. Okay. I do all kinds of stuff that chefs do. I ain't never been to nobody's school, okay? I just know how to cook. Okay, and I'm telling you, everybody can cook. Everybody can cook. Cooking is a state of mind. Cooking is about what you like, not about what the book says. The book gives you foundational pieces, and that's what I'm here to do. But I encourage you, like I said, when that fear is over, whatever that fear is, you get in there and you become a culinary chemist, because that's what I do. A lot of the stuff that I cook, guys, I'm making it up as I'm here with you. Those flavors, those things like that. So listen, do not be fearful to go in there and dabble a little. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. So I need my other.
It's under.
Okay. Oh no, it's right there. You need to open it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my seasonings over there, and I'm gonna season this stuff up. Okay. Casey's blood. I'm so happy. Look at this, guys. If you're just coming in, after almost going on 3 years, I've been promising this, and I've been making it rain on my food. And y'all like, where does this lady come from? This has no salt, no sugar, all the flavor. It will flavor your life. It is a flavor enhancer. So it's a little different than a seasoning. A seasoning covers your food with their flavor, and all the food tastes like that stuff. Casey's Blessing enhances your food. So you can put it on 5 different things. It's going to taste 5 different ways, but it's going to light up your life. And I am not playing with you. This is for sure. Since I created this, I use nothing but this. I got people in my Flavor Family chat over there. They're like, good grief. I use it for everything. Everything except for sweets. That's it. But everything else, vegetables, salads, eggs, meats, fish, everything. So I am so pleased that I am finally I found a way to get this out. And yeah, I really do hope that you give it a try. You won't regret it. That's for sure. But I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to probably do a short and let you guys know when I'm going to take the orders or whatever. I'm not trying to do a commercial. This really is good. It really is good. Anyway, I'm going to get these vegetables. I probably need something bigger than that with all these vegetables in it. Yeah. And I'm going to sweat them, show you how to sweat them. But like I was saying with the pain thing, and I was down to insecurities. You're insecure. You project that insecurity onto other people. You may not want to do that. Sometimes people have things going on with them, and they don't realize that they push people away. And they're like, why do I keep messing up? Or why do I keep having these relationships that are not working? The bullet, it could be you. It really could be you. And so then we have to get back and self-reflect. Okay. When you have these repeat patterns, like I said, when it keeps happening over and over again, and it's happening in different ways, but it keeps happening, then it's time for you to say, I haven't been dropped in the cesspool of the bad people. Maybe I am a conduit to it because I need to fix what's going on in my life. So you have to really, you got to be honest with yourself. And I know that's hard. And even talking about this stuff is hard. I do self-reflection all the time because I ain't no perfect specimen. Okay. And I'm here to tell you, in order to have a long-term relationship, self-reflection is a lot that you really have to do. And you have to learn. It's a skill. It's not something that we're taught. It's not something we come out from the womb, because little babies are cute. And I say that all the time, but they are the most selfish things ever. It's a me. And we have to teach them to be a we. Not we, like we pee or whatever. But you know what I mean? So let me get the rest of this stuff over here, because I need all of this to put in here. I need some rice.
Jerome said, would you please take my money now?
Will I please take? Listen, do y'all hear this man trying to make me take it? He has been bugging me about Casey's blessing. How long, Jerome? A very long time. But see, I'm the person, and I'm be totally honest. I put a lot of work into this. I put a lot of love into this. I'm not just going to put it out there just to say I'm trying to sell you something. It has to be as perfect as it is for me every single day. So you ain't getting it until I know that you will never, ever have anything unkind to say. And that's a fact, because I care. I make this stuff with my own hands. I care. So you're going to get yours. You're going to get yours, boo. It's okay. All right. So let me get this over here. And let's see. Let's take her salt just in case we're going to let her see. Okay. Anyway, so I put the fire roasted tomatoes for you guys that just coming in. I browned the hamburger meat. I have the fire roasted tomato sauce. You do not have to have that. This is my choice. You can get regular tomato sauce and regular diced tomatoes. But I just like that. So now I'm going to take some garlic powder. I don't use salt anything. Everything is always the powder or whatever. And if I use something that has salt in it, all the other stuff doesn't. So it looks like I do a lot of seasoning, and which I do. But the things I season with, it just lifts. And I'm going to tell you, garlic powder has a different flavor than fresh garlic. So that's why I'm using it. Okay, so I'm going to use a half a teaspoonful of my garlic powder in here. I'm going to use some onion powder, half a teaspoonful of onion powder. I am going to take about a quarter teaspoonful of white pepper, and I'm going to stand way over here. Because every time I use this white pepper, do you know that I sneeze? So I'm way over here, y'all.
That a sneeze for good luck.
No. I ain't trying to do all that. Okay, so I got that. Okay, I didn't sneeze yet, y'all. So I'm gonna do. Ooh, I tell you,
Every time.
it's delicious, but I think I'm allergic. And so I got this ground rosemary that beautiful assistant ground up for me. Somebody please tell me they have this stuff that I can buy it already ground. Otherwise, I'll be grounding it forever. And I'm gonna put a half a teaspoonful of the rosemary in here. I am going to. I got all that. Look, what I don't have is my celery flake. Now see that stuff is wafting over here, y'all. I'm trying. Next time I'm gonna put a mask on. That's what I'm gonna do. It's wafting over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons, actually half of this tube of tomato paste. The reason why I want my sauce to stick to the meat. I don't want soup. Okay, so it'll be about 3 tablespoons, which is about half of this. And that will probably be about 3/4 of a can, a little small can of tomato paste.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. Usually I don't use this much, but I want to make sure that this is not watery. So yeah, I'm going for it because this is like almost the last of this one here. And I buy them, several of them, because they're on sale. So let me put that here. Let me get my celery flakes. Now, I like celery flakes because it has a very robust flavor. It's different than regular celery. And when it gets wet in any way, it reanimates. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put a teaspoonful, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it around, just like that. This is a really good flavor. And now I'm going to move the stuff out the way, everything that I'm not using. And only leave the things that I need, because I don't like all this clutter. Okay, I'm going to bring my herbettes over here, and I'll be using a pinch of each, with the exception of the parsley. And for those of you who are new to me and you don't know what my measurement of pinch is, I'm going to show you what it is. So, a pinch, one moment. Let me get this over here. Clean that up. Okay, so this is a pinch, y'all. This is the parsley, so we get out here. So, I have cilantro, I have chopped basil, and I have Italian herbs. So, pinches come in sizes. A pinch is your index finger and your thumb. If you want a little pinch, you do that. You want a medium-sized pinch, you do that. You want a heaping pinch, you do that. You know where I'm going, right? I'm doing the heaping pinches for all 3. So let's do that. Pinch of that. Get my top. Just like that. Gonna make it painless. It's not even going out, y'all. Look at that. Pinch of that. See, this is what happens when you love your food. Your food loves you back. Okay, and a pinch of this. Just like that. I'll give it a second pinch because I like cilantro. Okay. Stick it in there. All right, this is going over here. And I'm taking my Splenda. Now, I use Splenda because I don't want the sugar. You can use whatever sweetener you have available. Anytime that you're doing a tomato-based anything, unless you like that tangy, where it gets up in here and you're doing, you want to balance off the acidity. So you will use something sweet. That does not mean you want to make dessert. Let's not get it twisted. You have to have an equilibrium. I do a couple of squirts of this. You can do about a teaspoonful of regular sugar or whatever sweetener you use. Equivalent to a teaspoonful. So, let me see. I'm going to get my garlic. And I'm going to do about 3 tablespoons of this minced garlic in here. Just like this. Now you're saying, why is she not sweating the garlic with the vegetables? Because I want the garlic to have a gentle heating. I don't want the garlic to get scorched or to change the dynamic of the flavor. I never was a real garlic person user because garlic can overtake your food. It's a lovely thing, but when your food becomes just the garlic pit, I ain't feeling that. I need for every flavor to stand alone and to be able to be identified when you eat my food. And that's what flavor is about. Flavor should enhance food. It should not overpower it. Okay, we get the last little bit out of there, and then we get the other one over here. And I know you're saying to yourself, aren't you forgetting something? No, I'm not. Just Trust the process. Okay, get some more in there just like that. All right, so we got that in. Now I'm going to hit it with 2, 1, 2, actually 3 squirts because I got a lot here on my Splenda. And finally, everyone, finally, it's so cute. I hate to even use the bottle. So I think I'm going to get my personal stash because Jerome said to me, good grief, how many bottles will I have to buy to be like you? What can I tell you? This stuff right here, you can make it rain. But I say like this, once you need to try it, see how you like it. And then if you want to buy 155,320,203, I'll be there. So I'm gonna take my big bottle that I like. I don't want to mess this up because this is so cute. And I'm just gonna make it rain, y'all. And this is probably about 3 tablespoons of Casey's blessing. So let me get this over here. And when you guys see the bottle and see all the ingredients here, you're going to see, like, geez, yeah, I was in here like a chemist making this stuff, y'all. And the thing about it is when I made it, right, it was by accident. It was 2 years ago. My younger son, what was he, 14? He was 14, and he likes fried chicken wings. And I just got tired of making fried chicken wings the same way with the same season, the Lowry's, this, that, and the other. So I sat here and I came up with that. And so my younger grandson loves chicken. He will turn into a chicken. He's a little chicken hog. And what he did was he came over to me. He said, Grandma, this chicken is so flavorful. It's like it's been blessed. Well, that was it. And I've been using it ever since. So, yeah, you can thank that little child for that. All right. So let me get this all mixed up. Just like that. And I'm just tossing it all together. Okay. But it's not ready to get done yet because I'm going to get my vegetables. I'm going to steam them and put them in, and they'll be added. I just wanted to get it all tossed, these things tossed in like that. Okay. So I'm going to stick the top on here. I'm going to sweat these vegetables, and then I'm going to get the rice on. That's a hack too, y'all. Now, if you really want a hack to do this, you don't want to have to go through all this. Get yourself some no-name brand spaghetti sauce, something that has no real flavor. Add this other stuff in it, thicken it up with your tomato paste, and season it like it's nobody's business, and you'll be done in no time.
Can't go wrong with that.
Okay, so let me turn this on. I'm going to put it on high so I can get it started, and then I'm going to put the vegetables in, and I'm going to take a little swig of this. Y'all need to do this. This is so cute. It is so refreshing. And for those who you don't know, again, mixologist, what is the name of this drink?
We call this the Berry Temptation Fizz.
Berry Temptation, huh? I wonder why. Is it a temptation? That's what I was saying about infidelity and your choice to not be faithful. I've heard it all. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drinking. Let's be real. Factually, for someone who is that inebriated that they will go and do something like that, they probably wouldn't be in the condition to actually do the act. If you are that inebriated that you have no idea what you're doing.
Exactly.
Okay, so you think about that. If you're that inebriated to verbalize the words, hold on for a second. Let's put this in here so we can start it. And I'm just tossing them all in here, just like that. And I'm going to flatten them down. But what I do, guys, and if you're new to me, you know what I do. I season everything. So let me take this down because I want this to sweat. So I'm going to take it down to a 3. And I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of Casey's blessing because you don't have anything that is not with clothing on. So we put that on there. Okay, just like that. In the meantime, I'm going to cover this up. So when I cover this, this is why it sweats. It's going to cook a little. I'm going to take it down, and I'm going to move it around a little. But it's not going to take the integrity of the vegetable away. And that's the main thing. So back to what I was saying. Because I know that people are coming in and out, and they're probably like, okay, what in the world is she saying? yes, there's been times that maybe I was way out there and I did things that I might not know. I'm gonna tell you like this: when you're inebriated, your inhibitions get weakened. Yeah, you do. But physically, if you're that out of it, you should be unconscious. And if you're unconscious, then yes, it isn't your fault because someone really violated you. But if you're conscious enough to do the act, you're conscious enough not to do it.
Right.
I'm just saying. That's one woman's opinion. So, for me, and like I said, everybody has a deal breaker. I will tell you, my deal breaker is that. Okay. I will work with a whole lot of things. I have not had to experience that. But in my mind, that is my deal breaker. What happens if something were like that to happen to me? I may feel differently. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I ain't going to ever, never, whatever, because I can't tell you that. I can't tell you what's going to happen, what I will feel if something like that were to happen to me, because it never has. But what I can tell you is I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to put my head in the sand. I'm not going to be an ostrich. We are going to talk about this. We're going to talk a whole lot about this, whether or not I want to move forward, what I feel, whatever I feel needs to be addressed. That's what I'm saying. No excuses, no nothing, because I'm not hearing it. I need for you to be real. Okay? Because it takes two people to tango. Mm-hmm. It really does. So, those patterns that I'm talking about, keep repeating them. Years go by, and you're still sitting here wondering why, if somebody, you hear a song, or if somebody does a show like this, you're triggered, and this, I don't want that for any of you. Holding on to pain, holding on to anger, holding on to hurt, holding on to disgust. Guess who it hurts? I want you to think deeply. Whoever did it to you, probably even thinking about you no more. Whoever did it to you is not being affected. Whoever did it to you don't deserve the time of day from you. But you are fixating your life, your feelings, the way that you are going to behave forever, or something somebody did or did not do, who probably is not even cognizant of the damage they've done. Okay, so then you got to say, harness it. Let me take this hurt and I'm going to learn from it. Maybe I won't step so quickly into a relationship. Maybe I won't be so easy to lay down all my emotions. Maybe I'll ask for a resume this time. Okay, and a credit report and a background check. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Maybe I'll do some intentional questioning and find out if this person is really like-minded. Hey there, Lolo, how are you? That's my favorite person. And the grill master is resting. The grill master been working on Friday, so he's, he can't hang like a sister. What can I tell y'all? He really is antique. he probably watching. Yeah, he can't hang like a sister.
So
But
I have a question. So are you saying that there's no such thing as accidental cheating?
No, I am saying that. No, I'm not. You're confusing me. The accidental cheating, there's no such thing as an accident unless somebody threw somebody on you and then you're being attacked. Right. Okay, but if you're like, let's groove tonight, no.
No, because like you said, I've heard a lot of people fall on the, I was drunk.
Yeah, well, I bet you won't drink no more. Mm-hmm. I'm just, hey. All you gotta do is check the medical books, okay? Check the medical books. I read them for fun. I am here to tell you when you're, okay, for instance, if I take a muscle relaxant from my back and I take the whole pill, I am so out of it till I don't even know my name. So knowing the last thing I'm thinking about is anything or anybody, okay? I'm probably dreaming tiptoe through the tube, anything. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is be able to articulate that I want to go and do something bad or anything at all. So If you are that inebriated that you didn't know that you were doing A, B, C, and D, you should be unconscious. I don't care what anyone tells you. That's a cop out. And if you sit and believe the hype, because you knew, you are, I call it the ostrich effect. You're sticking your head in the sand, and you don't want to deal with it.
And then even worse, like if you can remember it enough to recall that you accidentally did it, then how out of it were you? Really?
Well,
There's that.
I'm gonna tell you this: people regret things all the time because people do things.
People
right, and that's what I can get with you if you say, "Hey," just like if you say, "Hey, I regret." Okay, then
that's accountability.
Yeah, you're taking accountability. But we're getting into the next song, so we ain't trying to do that. Okay. However, we're gonna end with this pain. The pain is there. This woman has the pain. She wants this guy. He keeps taking that scab and ripping it off. He leaves, he comes back. He leaves, he comes back. And she's like, oh, please.
Don't let him come back.
I don't know how to stop him from coming back.
They don't.
I don't know how to stop him from coming back. But I know that it's not good for me. So we're going to roll over here to Kim. Kim. Okay, K-E-M. Kim. This song piqued my interest because Kim did something bad. And he's like saying to his lady, why are you still here? I love you, but I just, I tripped up and I can't figure out why would you stay? So the question is, he know. Why are you staying? Why are you still there? I don't tell nobody to step off because every relationship has a different dynamic. Everybody's happiness depends on different things. But what I do tell you is never crush yourself, stuff yourself, or dim your light. That's all.
It could be that they think that maybe they can work through it until they can't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So in her instance, she's looking at the bigger picture because they have history, and this was one encounter, and he's telling her, yeah, I messed up, but it's not because I don't love you, whatever the reason is. And forgiveness is forgiveness. But let me tell you something. I'm just put a little bit more of this paste in here, this tomato paste, and then I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna use the rest of this because I know I don't want watery stuff, and these tomatoes are kind of watery. I should have drained some of that liquid off of it. Okay, so that'll be in there. So that's the whole. Well, that I'd say 3.5 tablespoonfuls of that. In this instance, for this lady, they have a long-term relationship. They're married. They have children. They have history. It's been good. You know what I'm saying? And for him to make that one mistake and to come to her, she has decided that she's going to forgive. But let me tell you the secret about forgiveness. Okay, we're gonna go to church again right now. Okay, so I try to be impartial, but I have to say this. If you really, truly cannot step away from the light, Carol Ann, and you want to keep bringing up whatever the issue was that caused whatever the issue is, you have not forgiven. If you want to keep saying it with your mouth, but it ain't here, and it ain't here, and every time you get angry, you remember back with it? You have not forgiven. What you're doing is holding that hurt, that pain, in reserve, waiting for the shoe to drop. Because guess what? You have not forgiven. You know when you forgave something, when you can harness that hurt, put it back there somewhere, you done talked about it, you done prayed about it, you done did everything about it, and now you starting at square one. That person has a whole new trajectory with you. Okay, that's when you forgive it. And you don't never think about it again. And you don't never put it out there again. It's just like when you give somebody some money or something like that, and you say, here, I'm going to help you out. And you don't say I want it back or anything. I'm going to help you out. You don't have to take it back. But every chance you get, I helped so-and-so. I gave them 20. Yeah, you're not.
I mean, but sometimes you can forgive and not forget.
No, I didn't say you have to forget it. Because if you don't forget it, you can't forgive it because it's always lingering in the back. You don't forget it to the point that you don't see signs. Put it that way. I'm going to tell you like this. You don't forget. You learn from it.
Yeah.
Okay? You forgive and you learn from it. And then you don't be blind no more. Right. But you don't tell somebody you forgive them and you're constantly holding over their head. Hey there, Miss Huckabee. Once trust gets broken, it's over. I can't forgive you, but I can't stay. My heels click into the door. And she knows herself. I respect that. You know why? Because her telling somebody that, oh, I forgive you. Honey, their life gonna be H double hockey sticks. Because she can't do that. You know what I'm saying? She knows she can't do it. And I respect somebody who knows themselves well enough to be themselves and to move forward if they can't. I don't respect somebody that's going to lie to me and tell, oh, yeah, I forgive you. And every single time I close my eyes, they got my cell phone trying to see if somebody in it. I can't live that life. So if you're going to forgive me, you're going to give me a clean slate and let me then see what I do with people. Everybody gets 100 with me. Everybody gets an A. I don't care what anybody says about you. Somebody can tell me all kinds of stuff about you. Everybody gets 100. You systematically wheedle that number down by the way that you do things with me. So if I say I forgive you, it's done. If I give you some money or something like that, that's then. I ain't never thought about it no more. That is how you harness your hurt. That is how you harness your pain. That is how you compartmentalize, because it ain't going away because it's in your brain. But you are the master of how you navigate your life and how you navigate your emotions. That's the one thing you can't control. There's a whole lot of things in this life you can't. Let me check my vegetables that are sweating.
And you know what? Miss Lois said, wow, why did you stay? Why is their life more important than yours? Huh?
Yeah. And I'm saying, see, and like I said, that's a question. That's a big question because, like I said, if you can't, there are a lot of people that stay for different reasons, their own reasons, and we can't question them. However, be sure that you are staying for the right reason and make sure you really forgive. That's all I can say. If you stay, you better be ready to really, truly pull the onions back of how you feel and what's going on there. And you better be sure you're forgiving for real. Because it's not gonna work.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit because it's on the 2. Because I need to sweat just a little more, a little faster. Sister, can you make this rice, please?
Yeah.
Okay, let me wipe this up. And so, yeah, and I know you're like, no, hey, keep on walking. I ain't talking to you anymore. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I hear you, and I'm gonna tell you, my first reaction would probably be just that. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know because I haven't had the experience. I lean on you guys to tell me. Okay, this is why I do this. I'm not sitting here and tell you I'm an oracle. But I'm going to tell you that I may have many reactions. I want you to understand there are many viewpoints. I want us to stop judging each other and understand that it depends on you and your situation and how much you want to deal with. You can't tell this sister, this brother, or whatever, it wouldn't be you, but maybe it would be them. Right. So do we sit in judgment or do we try to support? That's what we do. That's what you really should do. Okay? Because, hey, I'm going to tell you like this. I haven't met a person that doesn't have some type of emotional baggage of some sort. You may not even recognize it. You may not recognize it until you get knee deep into it.
Yep.
You know, and then
it's easy to say what you wouldn't do.
It's easy to say what you wouldn't do until you have experienced it. Sometimes people react and then they wish they hadn't. Okay. So I am of the mindset of try to stand back and kind of reflect before I react. It is so very hard. It is so easy to be reactionary. It's so easy to jump right in there. It's so easy to smack somebody up. And snatch them up. It's easy. You know the strongest person in the world is the one who steps away.
What I will say is if you do intend to stay, y'all gonna need therapy of some sort to work through it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna tell you that therapy isn't good. It is, because what it does, it fosters communication when people are really invested. When people are not used to communicating, it's a hard road. It's a hard road to go. And the older you get, the more inflexible you tend to be. And that's a fact. And sometimes you think, if I don't address it, it'll go away.
It doesn't.
It don't go away. It just goes in. It just goes over it like gas bubbles. They just kind of they kind of move around your back. I had a CT scan. They told me I had gas bubbles in my spine.
Man, this is side note. Gas bubbles can accumulate in some of the strangest places you would never even know that it could do. I didn't even know that could happen. I thought gas bubbles stay in the stomach.
That's no, they can be anywhere. They can be anywhere in your body. Okay.
What all am I putting in this?
Okay, we are herbing. Beautiful Sister is going to make me some herb rice. So what she does is, this is a hack for all of you who have not seen my rice hacks, and I am going to make it short so everybody can get it. You take the instant rice. We're using instant jasmine rice. And they tell you to do 1 cup of fluid to 1 cup of rice. No. Not unless if you don't want, you want the rice to taste like it comes from scratch. So what we do is, you're doing 2 cups?
Yep.
She's going to do 2 cups of rice, which means that she's going to do 3 cups of chicken broth.
Yep.
What we do is we season our broth. So she's going to put various seasonings. She's putting the basil, the Italian herbs, and a little cilantro in the chicken broth, the 3 cups of chicken broth that she's using.
Should I put garlic?
Okay, she's going to put garlic in there. Okay. She's going to put a little bit of rosemary. She's going to put onion powder, garlic powder. She's going to put a little bit of the celery inside there. Okay, and a little bit of white pepper, a pinch of salt, and a tablespoonful of butter. And of course, Casey's blessing, she's going to let it rain.
Yeah.
She's going to bring it to a rapid boil. Rapid boil means that fluid is mad. It's going. And then once it comes to a rapid boil, she's going to take that 2 cups of rice. She's going to pour it in, stir it, put a top on it, bring it back to a boil. Bring it down to a simmer and just let it cook until all the fluid dries out. Once the fluid dries out, remove it, take a fork, fluff it, and you have the best rice ever. It is fluffy. It is full grain. It didn't take you any time other than what you're cooking this stuff right here, and it doesn't taste like it's instant. Trust and believe. So that's what she's doing. But anyway, my vegetables are ready. I'm going to take my vegetables, guys, and I'm going to transfer them over into this pan here, and then we're going to get this going. Okay, didn't want too much stuff in here. Okay, and then I'm going to cook this stuff down and let all these flavors melt together. Okay, so let me just get this in here because I don't have this on. And let me just stir this. And I'm going to season this up some more. But for now, I'm going to show you have a mess over here.
I know.
Okay. You know I'm telling her about her mess, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so this is what a sweated vegetable looks like. You know it looks just like it did when I put it in there, but it's not. It's pliable, it's chewable, but it still has its integrity and color, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to put it all in here. Just like that.
Oh, does that mean I can use this out now?
You sure can.
Ooh, make it more messy.
Yes.
Nice. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Okay, she just messed up my hand.
I got hiccups, so I'm kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Live TV.
See, this is live TV. Yeah.
Live TV for you.
This is KC's kitchen. This is not what do you call it? Chef somebody.
Chef
Okay.
somebody.
Okay.
Chef somebody else.
Okay, so I'm mixing these vegetables up into this burger mixture, just like that. I'm gonna hit it again with a few seasonings because that's what we do. Blessings again. Okay, we gotta get you some water.
I'm about to give you some.
Okay, we're gonna give a little eighth sprinkle of salt, just like that. Let me bring this over here. She really has to hiccup.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna hit it with some onion powder, and I'm gonna give it some more garlic because guess what? I can. It's my kitchen, y'all.
Right. I got my rice ready here.
Okay, I'm gonna take some of these herbs and I'm gonna do some more Italian herbs. I think another pinch, just like that. All right, get that. She really does have the hiccups. Can you believe this? On national TV, she has the hiccups.
I know, right? I don't even know where it came from. Just
She was talking about gas. That's what it was. And gas said, "Oh, you want to have a conversation about me? I'll show you, beautiful assistant." Okay, so stirring this up just like that. And now I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna turn it up. I'm gonna turn it on a medium high because these stainless steel pans get hot really quick. And I'm not trying to have this scorch. And see, when you're doing like sauces and stuff like tomato sauces and stuff, you want to make sure that you watch this because it can easily scorch.
now we got 5 roasted tomatoes. That don't mean one of them Cajun.
Okay, now I don't want burnt. There ain't no
want
Cajun
burnt.
nothing. Everybody want to call something burnt Cajun. That is not the deal. Okay, burnt is burnt. Cajun is Cajun. Okay, when you trying to do burnt.
They cousins.
Nah, they ain't cousins. They on the other side of the hemisphere. No.
Only thing I left out was a little bit of salt.
Okay. Well, you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that yet.
Because really, you don't need salt on the rice because you're going to be putting that the meat
Flavor
on
in
the rice.
right.
You don't have to salt every little thing. Salt is not a bad commodity. Salt just is overused.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
In moderation, it's fine.
Okay, so now see, beautiful sister did something that I don't normally do. She didn't show you my funnel trick with the foil. She put hers on a plate. See, I put mine in a funnel of foil so nothing gets messy. I can just pour it in the pot. There you go. Okay, so got this nice and tidy over here.
Yay. Okay, is it safe for me to put these things away at this point?
Never put it up. You can put that cheese in the refrigerator though, because I don't want the cheese to melt.
Okay.
Okay, so like I was saying, with the why should I stay? There could be a lot of reasons. There could be no reasons. There could be like Miss Huckabee. I'm stepping, kicking you to the curb, way over there, and she knows herself. There could be that person, like the person in this song, that says, "Hey, we got a lot here. I don't want to throw it all away. Maybe
we can fix it.
We can fix it." Exactly. You know, or you may stay because finances. You may stay because of your insecurities of being alone. You may stay for so many reasons.
You know, I've seen people say they stay for their kids.
Yeah, stay for because you don't want your children to be from a broken home. You can stay for so. That's a whole nother subject that we will discuss, but not today. Okay, people stay for all kinds of reasons, and that's why looking from the outside in, we can't say, well, she should just. We don't know their situation. We don't know the emotional pulse that is on. Because I'm gonna tell you, and I said it too. Ain't nobody got no gun in your head, blah blah blah. But if you are emotionally imprisoned, that's just as bad as being behind bars. That's even worse. Because when somebody got your mind, oh baby, that's a powerful thing. That's a powerful thing. And when they got your mind, listen, that's why when you're a person who can influence, you need to be very careful of what you say and do. because there are people out there that take what you say too hard. Okay, so you just can't be flinging stuff all around. When I say things to you, I say things that I want to do myself. I think about. I'm very intentional. You know what I'm saying? I am very real because I think realness is something that we miss in this society. We got a whole lot of passive aggressiveness, but we don't have realness. I'm the friend that I will lose your friendship to save your life. Yes, I will. And you shook my thing like I asked you not to. Okay, I asked her before this show, don't come near my computer.
I just backed into it.
Okay, I did. I asked her this. Okay. The things you go through. But anyway, so I'm that friend. I'm that person that's not going to watch you walk around with tissue hanging out the back of your clothes while everybody points and snickers, but no one says it. I'm that friend. If I see something that is going to hurt you and you're my friend, you may not want to hear it from me, but I'm going to tell you and you may cut me off. But you know what? I will bask in the knowledge that I may have saved you from something. So that is what I call a friend. And I want somebody to be that for me. Tell me like a T.I. is, please. Tell me like a T.I. is. So that right there, I color Kim, or the gentleman in this song, lucky that he has this type of person in his life that is willing to give him some grace. Because everybody isn't. All right. So I pose this question to you guys. Okay, this is starting to boil.
Good.
Okay, it's not ready yet.
Okay.
And let me see about my Getty. My Getty. Ain't even Getty over here. It's just my beefy stuff. Okay, so let me just take this down just a little because it is getting angry. So we're going to take it down to a simmer. Okay, because we want those flavors to meld and be delicioso. Yes. Oh, look at that. See, and that's what I'm saying. You got to come over here. You got to stir. Because right away, with all this nice liquid coming up, it wants to try to stick on the bottom because it was up high. So we don't want that ever to happen. Because we want to have some good eats. We want the eats that's on my thumbnail, y'all. Because you know, I'm on a mission now. It's boiling. Okay, so this is rapidly boiling, and I'm going to do what she does. Okay, now you can stir it up and then bring it back to stir it because I got to get back over to my stuff.
I got my butter in here. Okay.
You put your butter in?
Yep, I got butter in it.
Okay, she's going to take this down to a low simmer for us. We're going to put the top on.
And let it sit.
And just let it do its same thing. I need to get over here because I'm smelling fire roasted stuff. Okay, and I'm going to stir just like this. Make sure that it's not sticking. And occasionally I will come over here. And I will stir. And I've left a lot of texture in here because my children won't be eating this and we will. And I just felt like having that texture. I thought it'd be cool. And what is left over, we will have for another meal. Or lunch or something like that. You know, but yeah, because I got a lot of this stuff. One thing I can say, it goes a long way. But, hey, Dad, I'm just going to watch it. It's on the low. Okay, get that out the way. But yeah, so he's blessed. For those of you that are coming in now, our topic tonight was or is harnessing relationship hurt. Okay, we are talking about 3 different songs that kind of exemplify hurt and pain. The first one was Lisa Fisher's How Can I Ease the Pain? And if you check out my short, it kind of gives you one dynamic. Then we're talking about Kim and why did you stay and why people stay in relationships when there are situations like infidelity or whatever. Abuse, it can be anything. You know, like I said, a lot of times it's in your mind and you kind of put yourself and you stay. And that's where we're at this point. We're cooking something delicious. We are cooking a cheesy beef and rice, but not just any cheesy beef and rice, Casey style. And of course, I got to lift it where love lifts us up, we belong, because that's what I do. Okay. And we're just sitting here at the table, you know, kind of exchanging ideas, exchanging viewpoints, you know, letting them see a little bit of my crazy, you know, whatever, and drinking this delicious mocktail that goes with this delicious meal. Yes. And if you missed the rice hack, you might want to rewatch it. I am going to do a short because somebody told me that they need that. So I'm going to do it. Okay, let me drink. It's delicious.
Baby Art said, now be ready to type before the question has been asked. I feel you. You sound very passionate about this answer. I feel you.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I was never a social media person. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I didn't have a Facebook. I didn't have when they had a MySpace, I didn't have that. I didn't do any of that. I use computers all the time in my career. Okay, and that is like, Microsoft Office. I know all those things. I know how to do a file, but social media wasn't something that really piqued my interest. It really didn't. Because I'm going to tell you like this, like I said last week. When I see celebrities, I see a person with a job that is tasked to entertain me. I don't see them as people that I need to know everything about them because guess what? I don't need to know everything about my coworkers. I don't need to know all those things. Hey there, Lolo. Lola has to teach in the morning. She's a college professor, my friend, and she always comes here and she always stands 10 toes deep. Everybody in this chat, I love my family. I love all of you. Get some rest, Lolo. I'll see you tomorrow night. How about that? Love ya. Anyway, so for me to do social media, it's like this is foreign for me. I had to really, as they say, go to YouTube university and learn a lot of things that you savvy people and your emojis and all that stuff. Okay, but I was determined because when I saw my very first YouTube show, it was a dynamic that bothered me because it seemed like everybody was saying every man, woman were horrible. There was no such thing as a good relationship. You couldn't have one. Everybody's a narcissist. That's all I kept saying. And it just really blew me because I'm in a relationship. Okay. I've been here forever. I know plenty of people that are in them. Okay. None of them are maybe textbook perfect, what they say, but it's perfect for them. And they're navigating and they're doing that. And I know that there are people out there that want to have these things, but they are bewildered. They're afraid. No one told them how. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, hey, maybe I got something to share. And then I cook. What better way to get somebody to the table than with some good food? And I like people. I like company. I really do. And if I had a big giant mansion, I'd probably have the world here. So this is my way of doing it. I want you here. I want Flavor House, the Love of the Recipe, which is for the grown folks in these dynamics, and Weekend Eats, which is just you just hang out and we just have a ball, which is tomorrow at 7:30. I am building rooms in my house because in my real house growing up, we all had a room. We were all doing our own things, but at the end of the day, we came together and it was all about love. And that's what this is about. So I put my question to you guys, and I was going to ask you, would you stay? And I know a lot of people, I think people feel like, I ain't staying. But, honestly, would you stay? I can honestly say, I don't know. Cognitively, I could say, get the step in. I'm going to help you. Call Tyrone, for real. But I don't know. Because my husband and I are more than husband and wife. We are more than that. After 40-something years, okay? We are so much more than that. So I don't know. And I can be honest and say that. So yeah, I will put that question to anyone out there. You can put it in the comments. You can send it in my chat.
Would you back to a relationship after that happened?
Would you stay after I'm not just infidelity, somebody betraying you, maybe telling you an untruth, and you found it out?
It depends on.
Okay.
It depends. For me, personally, because if it's something like you completely betrayed my trust.
Come over here, we can't hear you.
There are. Hold on, I'm coming.
I'm stirring, guys. Beautiful sister is coming with her pearls of wisdom.
That's what we're calling.
Okay, that's what we're gonna call them.
No, but I'm just saying, I can only speak for myself, okay? There are levels to betrayal, I guess you could say. If it's like, oh, it was a lie, like say the reasoning behind it, like say the person called themselves trying to protect you in some way, or their intention was to protect you, and so they were dishonest about a certain thing, and then that truth came out. Maybe, but if look, it's like a contract, okay? You better pick me the first time. If you pick somebody else, contract is null and void, overdone. Period. I can't redact that. That can't be fixed for me, because it's like you have every opportunity to communicate, to fix whatever issue is that would cause you to need to step out of the situation. So if you push away all those options and choose option B, stay with option B, because option A is gone. That's me.
Okay, so she's referring to infidelity.
Yes, specifically.
She's specifically referring to infidelity. And like I said to you guys, there's more than one way. There's more than one thing that can cause somebody to leave or stay. Some people is very little. Some people could be, hey, you broke now, I got to go.
Yeah.
Some people, it has to be something deeper. Okay.
I can say for me, that's the only thing that would make me be like, no. And that's the reason, because I'm so willing to work through any and everything else. If you betray me in that manner, knowing that I'm willing to work with you for everything else, you don't deserve my patience anymore. That's me.
But everybody has their deal breaker. Yep. So what I'm saying is this: whatever it may be, you have the right. You have the right to stay. You have the right to go. You have the right to stay a little while and contemplate. But I do implore you to communicate. Do not sit up there and think somebody's going to read your mind. Right. Don't give them the silent treatment for 155,000 days and think they're going to get it.
You should
okay?
Know that.
Don't go and disappear and ghost somebody and think when you come back, they're not going to have a life. Because you didn't decide to have a conversation. Right. Stop crawling into the hole and come out into the light. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. No one, I know it's hard. Confrontation is hard. But sometimes you got to rip the Band-Aid off. You really do. Because then you're left wondering what coulda, woulda, shoulda been. Right. If I know the animal that I am facing, if I know the bear is going to rip me apart, I know this, then I know that I may have to play dead. I may have to protect myself. I may have to do something. And so if the intention was disrespect, you then I have to lower myself to take them back. So I'm not really sure if I take them back. Okay, I'd be stuck in my mind. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. But what you just said is golden. Because guess what? You know who you are. You know who you are. So you ain't going to play that head game. You ain't going to, even though it may hurt you, you know that at the end of the day, you can't have it. You ain't trying to have it. Okay? And the fact that you can verbalize that, and that's all I'm trying to accomplish. Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm trying to accomplish with meeting people, dating people, being with people, having a relationship. That's all I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with knowing yourself and not being willing to waste your time or theirs.
Exactly. And I ain't going to tell you it don't hurt. Because when you invest yourself into someone and you are 10 toes deep, and they disappoint you, they cheat on you, they lie to you, they're not real with you, their feelings is not as deep as yours, it will rock you to the core. Okay, but you know yourself and you know you can't do that. So you pick yourself up and you do what? You harness that hurt. And you learn from that hurt. And the next go round, you will maneuver in a different way. That is, you can't avoid some things, but you sure as heck don't have to repeat it. Let me check that sauce. Okay, I turned your rice up just a little.
I noticed. I came over and checked it.
It's take it down because it was like slow motion. Okay, and just like my sauce, I'm gonna take my sauce up a little because I didn't want my sauce to scorch while I was on my soapbox, y'all. Tell me something. Come over here, beautiful sister, and take a little taste of this.
Okay. Let me tell you my salt fetish.
Okay, and if I need something else to put up in here.
Alright.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
I know, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, and I'm not trying to preach to anybody, whatever, tell you what to do. But like I told you, I don't know what I would do.
At the end of the day, it's all up to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
what it comes down to.
This show is made to make you think. If a lot of times you don't have people around you, you have well-meaning people around you. Some people will tell you, I ain't doing that, and this, that, and the other. You should this, and that, and the third. And you feel judged. It tastes good?
Tastes good. I'll add a little Splenda.
A little bit more. I thought so. So I'm going to hit it with a little bit more Splenda because it's still a little tangy.
And a little bit of salt.
And she wants a little bit of salt. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt, y'all. You told y'all. See, this is why I ain't got salt and other stuff.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
It's dry.
Okay, let me stir it up.
And I got to taste it again.
And then she got to taste it again. But, yeah. So, I'm all about what works for you. I ain't going to tell you what to do with your life.
Oh, and what I will say, there's that. Don't let, my personal opinion, don't let anybody else's opinion of your situation influence you to make a decision that you wouldn't make on your own. There's that.
And sometimes you don't know what decision to make. And so you reach out and you look for other people. And I'm telling you this is how I live my life. If I have a block, I will read, I will research, I will talk to people. I listen. And then I put all of those components together and I make a decision that is befitting to Casey. Mm-hmm. Okay. And again, that is a learned skill. It took me 63 years to get that good. Okay. I'm trying to give y'all a hat. How about that?
Save you the time.
Okay. I'm trying to save you the time. Okay. Because like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do in your relationship. I'm going to tell you what all of the ingredients are. And then you're going to take those ingredients and you're going to make the best meal. And you're going to eat it. Or you're going to decide to reserve your recipe for somebody who can cope with the way that you cook.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay.
So that's what I do here. So we're going to move down to realization. So we have dealt with, we're going to move down to the growth because we dealt with the realization because we already know. We get these red flags. We know what we know when we're going through all these things. Why are we staying in this situation? How do we get out? Sometimes people don't know. If you need help, you need to reach out, but you need to reach out to people who really are real for you. Somebody who's real for you is going to look at your situation and not kind of interweave theirs into it or their opinions. Okay, they're going to take a look at what you're saying and they're going to look at your dynamic and they're going to be like, at the end of the day, the choice is yours. You have these 6 things here. You have these 6 things here. Compare. You can always find 3 or 4 things. And if you start giving excuses, well, yeah, he really is blah, blah. But they're that way because, no. Can you deal with the because? That's a question too. Those are those subcategories. Okay, so think it through. Think it through. Think it through. So now we're at my girl, Jill Scott. Is it the way you love me, baby? Love that song. You know why I love that song? Because she has come to a point of growth. She done been through it all. She has come to the point of looking in the mirror and love what she sees. Nobody can tear her down. And because she has that sense of self-confidence and self-worth, all of the pain, the hurt, the strife, everything she's ever had to experience, she has grabbed it up, she has harnessed it, and she, like she said, she put it on a shelf, okay, and she learned from it. So now she has attracted him, this person that it's the way he loves her. It ain't about he loves her, because anybody can tell you that. It's the way that he loves her, okay, that's making her feel all these things. That's making her feel safety. That's making her feel secure. That's making her feel like she can step out there from the things she learned and let him in. See, if you don't learn them lessons, you never really let him in. You can't feel the pain that you can't feel the pain that you have experienced with someone else, especially someone who is unknowing about what you've dealt with and your trauma. You can't fill one hole with something else. You have to fix your house. If you don't fix your house, it can look pretty on the outside, but that's sucking them stairs coming down and yeah. People come to your house, oh, it looks so pretty. You got that $9.99 furniture, somebody heavy sitting on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to fix your house. Let me check my stuff. I smell it. Okay. Is there amount of heat in here, or do I need to hit it with some cayenne?
Ooh, you want a little bit of cayenne.
A little bit of cayenne I'm going to hit it with, okay? Okay, I'm going to hit it with a little cayenne, y'all, because I told you I took the seeds out of the jalapeno. I like jalapeno peppers de-seeded because the skin of it has a nice flavor. I don't really like green bell peppers too much, so I use jalapenos in its place. Okay, I'm going to find, and bam, that's right, I got all kinds of cayenne. Let me try this one. I like the smoky cayenne. I'm only going to put, when I say a little, about an 1/8 teaspoonful in it, because I don't want it to be fire. See, certain people can eat a 5-alarm fire. We ain't trying to do that.
I want to still have my tongue intact.
Just a little. There you go. That's it. Just a little bit. Okay. Get beautiful assistants many spoons and stuff out the way. Okay, I'm going to stir it. Okay. But this is nicely simmering, not scorched. Nice integrity. See, my pot of food right here know how to tell me the truth. My pot of food let me know it has all these different layers and components. And you just might get a little heartburn, Casey. But I'm going to love you on the way down. So I am well aware of what this delicious thing may do. This beautiful, beautiful pot. I make the choices because I have the options. And I'm in control. This is almost ready. And when it gets ready, we're going to plate that puppy up. But before we do, we're going to continue to talk about Miss Scott. Okay? And Miss Scott's growth throughout this process. She started off with Lisa's pain. She came through Kim's wife's pain. And now she's down to this right here. She decided to step off and rebuild and to harness that pain. She didn't hide it. She didn't hold on to it. She didn't stick her head in the sand. She said, pain, I see you. Hurt, I see you. And I'm going to stick you where you belong. Back there somewhere. Because the thing about it is, I can't change the past. I don't know the future. And I got to deal with the present.
Yes.
Okay? So that's what she decided to do. And now she's singing, "Nah, girl, I got something good to do." Yeah, she got to hang out with somebody that makes her feel like she deserves to be treated. And everybody's deserving to be treated is different. I can't write a book and say, "Oh, because see, what I like, you may not like." But that is what you deserve because it's what makes you happy. Okay? I can't tell you what your happy is. You'll know it when you find it. And when you find it, you'll never want to let it go. But if you sit there idly and you do nothing, hey, you're a participant in your own demise. I'm just saying. So, my family, what y'all got to say? Tell me something good. I'm going to pin a comment to this live, and then y'all can get incognito and talk about me. I know. Y'all, oh, man, did they ream me last week? I put a short, no, what's it, last week or week before last? Oh, when I was talking about, there was the one with Luther.
I think it was week before last.
No, I think it was last week. It was last week when I was talking about love in second position. Right. And so I took a clip, right, from the show and I put it out there because I thought it was really prolific. And I was finishing a topic about saying that relationships, you had said something, Bruce had said something about relationships, that something about the relationship and communication. Communication is the core of relationships, right? And so I was giving commentary to Luther's Secret Love. And so I went on to say, if you hiding me, you're not loving me. But I'm very direct and I'm looking at, man, these people thought that I was talking about myself. I went on to say, because we were talking about Lunel and I'll be sure, and people were ridiculing them because he looks one way, she looks, and I'm like, listen, what he see when he see her is totally different than what we see, and it's not our business. And if you want to hide me because I'm too big, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that, and so, man, did I get a reaction? I had people, you know what your problem is. Listen, I said I love me. You got an issue with loving me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I love me in any size, shape, form, okay? Because I am a creature of God, okay? And if he loved me, why and what audacity do I have not to love myself? Come on. Nobody's a perfect vehicle, but I can look in the mirror and say, I'm happy about me, okay? I want you to do the same thing because when you're happy about yourself, guess what? You can give love freely. You sure can. With no holds barred. And I'm so in love with all of you. I really am. I really am. I truly am. I can sit here and say that with no restraint whatsoever. And I want you to be able to do the same thing. Because when you can do that, you set yourself free. You really do. If you feel, they always telling you, the doctors, you're stressed out. You need to stop. You know what? Give me something that's going to stop the stress, because life is a stressor, okay? But if you put things in perspective, if you harness things, the hurt, the pain, the stress, the this, that, and the other, and say, hey, I'm going to deal with you another day. Another day goes by and it gets further back. And another day goes by and it gets further back. And it's so far over there removed until, guess what? You start feeling a little lighter. Now, I'm practicing this because I am the queen of stress. Okay, I ain't gonna even lie. Okay, y'all want the real? I stress over everything. I'm stressed over y'all. I stress over just to be totally honest, but I'm learning. And see, that's the thing. You don't ever stop learning and evolving. When you stop evolving, then you stop living. And I don't care, you could be alive physically, but if you stop evolving and you don't always try to keep yourself relevant in some way, we might as well be the champ. So when you have hurt, when you have pain, when you have all those things, you have to look at it from the perspective of, I just went to school, I learned something, I just got a degree. And now I'm going to put that degree in place. That's what you got to do. Yep. So checking the food, good people. Let's see what we got going on. No, we're going to use some good, we're going to do nice plates. Okay. It smells good. Smells really good.
Very tasty.
And you can do this for your family, guys. You know, I mean, I got kids that don't like texture, so I would probably magic bullet, you know, the tomatoes and stuff down and just have the flavor. You can put this, I'm doing rice, but really you can do this. If you want to put it on some pasta, you can. Mashed potatoes, whatever floats your boat. I'm just doing pasta. This is not spaghetti. It does not taste like spaghetti. It may look like a spaghetti because of the tomatoes, but it's not. It's not.
It's something much more.
He scared me. You know, I wasn't expecting his voice coming from the great beyond over there, y'all.
The great.
Okay, he came to get the plate. Okay, we're almost done with this rice. Let me just bring it up just a little, just to get the.
Are we going to call it bro?
You can see if I think he's probably sleeping.
He probably is, but I'll try. I'll give him a.
I'll still put it on a plate for him.
Oh. Listen, for those of you who have been in and out, I hope you rewatch this because it's been real fun. I hope it has been as good for you as it is for me. I know I've been kind of getting down deep and dirty lately. Okay, it's going deeper. We're going deeper. We're going to go so deep until when we're all said and done, everybody will have had a say about something. And if you have a subject that you want to talk about it, the rhythm of love, yes, I will do that too. I would also say, for those of you who are new, if this has been, I'm going to do this. This is a public service announcement. If this has been helpful to you in any way, hey, hit that subscribe button. Ain't going to hurt nobody. And the likes. And I would like for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think. Because we are here for each other. Because we're in this love together. Yes, we are. And we're going to learn all these things together. And I'm still learning. Because, honey, sometimes I feel like I want to hang the grill master in a closet. But then I want to take him out again and hug him because he's so cuddly. Yes, I do. Anyway, let me see what we got going on over here with our rice. Okay, looks like it's ready. And so I'm gonna show you what you do. This is what instant rice looks like when it's been Casey-ized. Let me rinse that off.
In other words, when you do it right.
Okay, I can live with that. Okay, so I got my big giant fork here. You don't need a big giant fork. So what I do is, let's just see what we got going. Oh, look at that. See, you need to see. Okay, y'all see and watch that. Look at that. Do you see how it just comes up? Ain't stuck together. Every grain. Do you see this? Okay. This is instant rice. If you nuke it, it ain't working. If you follow the directions, you don't get this. So just know. So we got that. Nice. We take that off. Turn this off. Just like that. Put the top back on.
That's a nice little beat you had right there.
I know, right? I'm practicing to be a drummer, in my next life. All right, so I'm going to plate this up. Well, let me get I know what I want. I like this thing. I like this thing when I plate stuff up. I'm going to get this and I'm going to get a ladle.
Yeah, I think the grill master might be done for dinner.
Yeah. We'll save him some. We'll put some in a Tupperware. Not! Yeah, we are. We're going to save him some.
We'll see.
He's tired. You have to respect the man who works. You know, what can you do? Okay, so let me get this in here. Corey, get your special fork.
Special fork required.
Yes. I'll put something on here just like that. I love this thing.
Oh, that's a heaping help. Okay. I'm hungry too.
Okay, you always say that.
No. I don't want that much, but I do want.
Well, this is for Corey-licious.
You and your special.
This is for you.
Oh, okay.
And then you can come get you can come get more later. I'm not gonna put all that food on your plate for you to say, "In my stomach, I ate too much." He does this every show, y'all.
There's always.
See, I got enough sense to know just to get a little bit over here.
There's always later.
Okay, but get it later then.
If it's still here.
Yeah, if it's not here, it's because of you.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, see, I tell it all. Okay, let me get that over here. Put that in here. We're gonna ladle it up. Yes, we are. Ooh, that was noisy. So here, let me turn this off.
Okay, well, I think it's safe for me to go ahead and start putting some of these seasonings away.
I think that I'm gonna show you this before I spoon it up. Okay, just so you can see. If you believe, look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. Okay.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna give us a nice little label.
Guess who's re-entering the chat? The cheese.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about cheese.
Oh yes, the cheese. We almost forgot about the cheese, and we don't want to forget about the cheese. So what we're gonna do, what I like to do is, I don't want to put my cheese on top of this because then it gets all mixed up and melted. So what I like to do now is when the nuker will come in, or usually I'll put the cheese on here and it'll already melt. So I'm taking 2 of these cheeses. Let's open it up. And I only want 1 cheese, but they want 2.
Combo.
So, and then we're going to get it around here. So I'm going to just sprinkle some cheese and pass me
the parsley.
Yeah, I'm going to sprinkle cheese on here, and it's going to be really messy, and I love it. And I'm going to do this other cheese. Then we're going to pop this in the nuker for a couple of seconds because I'm giving him a lot of cheese. He's going to be in a coma when he finishes, guys.
That's a lot of cheese.
Okay. So I'm going to put that over here.
Lots of cheese.
Just like that. Okay. Pop that.
Yeah.
Pop that in there for him so it can melt.
Look at y'all see that?
Okay. That's his. I'm not doing everybody like that. That's what he likes. Okay. So this is hers.
She gonna give me a little toddler plate.
Well, you can always come back. I just wanted you guys to see what it looked like without the cheese.
Oh, leave it alone.
So I'm gonna let you see beautiful assistance without the cheese, and then put cheese on it.
Yes.
Because I have to prove my point, y'all. Okay. I want to get this
like
all up in here. Y'all see what this look like? How beautiful is that? Is that thumbnail worthy? Let me know. Hit me up. Because everything you see on my thumbnail, it gets cooked in this kitchen look just like that. Okay. So now I'm gonna put some cheese on beautiful assistance because she likes cheese.
I do like this. Yeehaw.
Yeah, let that get nice and melty.
Yes. Yeah.
Now make it rain for the cheese on her too.
Yeah.
For the cheese in you. I'm only gonna do a little cheese. I don't want a lot of cheese.
The cheese in you.
I don't want a lot of cheese because I want to be able to taste all of my lovely deliciousness. My lovely yum yum. Okay, get over there and let the people know how you feel. Okay.
Yummy num num.
All right, everyone. Let's take a gander.
Take a good look at that.
Take a good look at my face.
Let's get the lighting. There it is.
There.
Did we get a pull?
Woo! We didn't pull it yet, but we're showing it off a little bit. For the one time.
Now let's get a look at that pull.
Yeah, that's the money shot right there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, it's still going.
Yes.
It's still going.
That's why I like that cheese.
That's how we like it.
Okay, you can do me.
It's
I'm put a little bit of lechon on mine.
And here's
We're going in for a taste.
Before.
Okay, I will get you a fork. Woo!
We need this lechon back in the refrigerator because
It'll melt on
it'll melt on you.
Oh, snap, he's doing a little dance.
Telling y'all,
Big
this
little
right here, amazing.
Get cheese tonight.
All right.
Get cheese
Nice
tonight.
and cheesy. The rice is nice and fluffy.
Ooh, I see a comment.
Do mine.
Good night, everyone. The food came out so good. Good night.
Good night.
Good
I
night.
hope you have a chance to make this delicious
Yes,
meal.
make it and come back home. We are gonna miss you. Come back next time. Matter of fact, come back tomorrow. You'll have even more fun.
Oh, yeah.
At 7:30, Weekend Eats. We're doing a Saturday reset. Ooh, baby.
Mm-hmm. Woohoo! You won't regret it.
Okay, I've heard 5 ums.
He gave some description
I'm sorry, I can't even get the description out.
in between.
It's just so delicious. Now, this feels like cheat. This feels like I'm cheating.
Like you're
Oh,
cheating.
my-
Does this feel like infidelity or
Better
what?
not. No.
Okay, that feels like infidelity, he says. Okay.
You know what? I can't even blame you for this one. I ain't even mad at you.
Is it no?
It's like cheating on spaghetti with rice.
You want to move melted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Cheating on spaghetti with rice. He's so corny.
But it's
Hey.
delicious. I'm gonna show you guys. Make this right here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
You won't regret it.
Next
won't
person.
I'm
You
waiting
will,
on-
sister.
I'm waiting- Okay.
Okay.
All right. My turn. With this, oh yeah, I got the stretch too. I like to mix mine all together, get all the flavors distributed. And for those who don't know, you gotta let it marinate around the tongue a little bit before you can make a fair assessment. I see all these seasonings floating around on this plate. I'm so excited. Get my cheesy goodness. Got a bell pepper up in there.
She has cheese hanging from her lips, guys. For those of you who are just peeking
Y'all see
in,
that?
we're kind of at the end of this journey.
I love the fact that the vegetables still have its integrity. Like they don't just fall apart. You still get that nice little teeny bit of a crisp. But it just melds so well with all the other flavors. All the seasonings come together. They're delicious. Not too salty, not too sweet. Everything is perfect. You get that little flavor from the fire roasted sauce. And the meat is perfect. Perfect. It is perfect texture. Nice and moist. It's not dry little pellets.
And it blends well into
It
the
blends
rice.
perfectly. Everything blends so perfectly. It's almost like a little casserole. Like a pan casserole.
A skillet casserole.
A skillet roll.
Okay, I'm going to move on over here, y'all. And I'm going to do my little taste, and then we're going to close this puppy up. Yes, we are. Anywho, here's mine. There you go. Right there. I had to put my lechona cheese on there, y'all. Let me see if I can. I like to bring you close. See, they try to take you. They take you far away from here, far away from here, far away from here. Okay, so I'm gonna get you close up. I'm gonna be the closer I get to you. Can you see?
Yeah.
Can y'all see? Okay. Y'all see? You see this? Yeah. Y'all see this cheese pull? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. This is when you have taken the hurt, you have harnessed it, and now this is growth and freedom. Oh, baby. So I'm gonna take a little taste. It's very hot. So let's see. Just like that. Ooh, look! I don't know if I want it because this keeps on going. Imagine.
What?
This is good. Really best is the cheese. This is delicious. This is delicious, and just a little bit of heat. But the flavors meld so well, and the cheese just tops it off. And you gotta do this. I'm coming out my mouth. Y'all gotta do this. Y'all gotta do this. I'm not gonna eat anymore because I don't want you to see me look like a oink oink. Because I'm gonna eat all that.
Right. But we dig the pig.
We dig the pig, yes we do. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Hurt does not have to define you. You need to learn things from it and how to maneuver through it. You may not be able to avoid it, but you can sure determine the trajectory moving forward. Okay? And you can grow and be better and choose yourself, whatever that may mean. Because fixing yourself is choosing yourself, and that makes you available to be a we, if that's what you want to be. For real. All I can say is think on these things. And I hope that whether you are seeking a relationship, you're in a relationship, you're trying to maintain a relationship, or you just have a relationship with yourself, I hope that you find the courage to dance. Find your rhythm. Find the courage to dance. And know that you got a home here each and every week. Right here at Flavor House's The Love Rhythm Recipe. I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 at our reset, because we are doing all things Shaka Khan. Oh, yes, we are. And we're going to reset, and we're going to be having, I ain't telling y'all what we having. Watch the shorts. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. We're doing all kinds of great things. Until next time, I can't wait to see y'all next week, for real. Smooches. Bye-bye. And I got to go on over here and press the button.